Picture this. You travel all across the world and come back to hotel exhausted at midnight and you don't talk to a receptionist. You don't see you don't see a single human soul. You simply walk up into a screen and scan your face, the key drops, and a robotic car guides you to your room. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of 24 News Today. Today is Monday, March 21, 2030, and we're broadcasting live. Our top story today is the digital takeover. It's AI replacing the hospitality human. A brand new report reveals that AI is rapidly consuming hotel operations, threatening to make entry-level hospitality staff completely obsolete. So let's deep down. As we dive into this breaking news, we found ourselves at a critical crossroad. Efficiency versus empathy. How do we navigate the rapid evolutions of hospitality employment in an era completely demonstrated by artificial intelligence, AI? We might need a help. Let's call our friend Pedro Reyes. Oh, it's me. Hello there. So let me put myself up here. And I'm going to explain the reasons why this takeover is happening. So the main reasons of causing this is the global hospitality industry, including major hotel chains and restaurant, is the primary actor of driving this shift. Of course, it's hospitality, so the main factors were caused by them. And what are the consequences? The rapid replacement for the frontline hospitality staff with AI-driven automated systems, such as self-service kiosks and autonomous room services and digital collage platforms. So when it is started, this is happening right now, but it can assume as starting from the 2025 late era, and it has become the current standard for this sector. And it is across the global hospitality landscape, especially within major international hotels and service-oriented environments. So why is it happening? Well, corporations are prioritizing the operational efficiency, cost-cutting, and the scaling of services over traditional human-led guest interaction. So they could be a bit of a chance. So there are the reasonings. Thank you, whoever. So there's the logistics of why AI is taking over. Instead of the procedures for the receptionist to registers, which normally take 5 to 10 minutes of time, but here they scanned and they put data and they insert the rooms and everything just in a short of time of 10 seconds. Isn't it profounding? Of course, they use AI for this such long usage. So the reasoning begins with the business owners and the manage massive volume of data and the guest requests simultaneously that is unbearable. And humans have physical limits, but AI can handle thousands of reservations, room requests, and billing inquiry at once, and making it a logical choice for corporations looking for scale operations without proportionally increasing labor cost. So this segment is less step away from the news deck, and it's allowed corporations to scale their operation vastly without raising labor cost. So these are the concerning of today's, and this is our news. Thank you for listening and see you tomorrow. So after listening to the broadcasting, I was shocked Are we getting replaced? What am I supposed to do? Well, there is no such real consequences because everything is going as it planned. And this is just a visualizations and a fictional creations of mine, which is place it in the 2030. And so let's look at the meantime and why this can be happened or not, and in my view or perspective. So AI and hospitality. By listening to this, it felt like they're separate apart. Well, AI is about coding computers and programming, while hospitality, where a place that serve industry that is thrilling to serve people with pure dedications, love, and a smile. Well, this is a fight between efficiency and empathy. So it is not a fight between AI and humans, and it is not a comprehensive things. It is just a different point of view. So let's look at the presentations. So the first we have to ask, how far have we have come? It's 2026 meantime, and the new was placed in 2030, right? So it's not too far. Well, we are no longer simply integrating technology. We're in the age of ubiquitous AI, where we evolved from basic digital booking to AI-driven perspective environment in a meantime of 2 to 3 years. So these are the key characteristics of what we have facing, what we have already transforming and seeing in today's life. So operational automations, that sounds familiar. Well, it is an AI-powered digital kiosks and mobile platform has because its standard gas check time is like between 10 to 15 minutes, while AI can do it between 20 seconds. And when it gets delivered to the rooms, it can be in a short terms of time. So it's operational automation. It's just very fast and efficient for people that are in rush. And of course, today is too fast that we have to catch up for it. So dynamic revenue management. Dynamic revenue management is operational services that is in the backstage of the hospitality segment. It is a real-time revenue management algorithm that are now complianceable. Imagine room rates are based on the global market demand. In this kind of area, there are population of this, and the people that usually visit here are amount of some of this. So should I make a 6-story building or just 2-story building to cover, and instead of wasting electricity costs or other revenue costs? It is really positively influence the REVPAR, which is revenue per available room, by the percentage of 5 to 10%. And unified guest profiles. This is works for the big hotel change. So imagine you're traveling and then you went to you go to a place, a hotel. For example, the Miners Hotel Group. So they own a lots of hotels around the world, and they are separated part. One's located in Bangkok, one's located in Phuket, and go on. So I'm sorry. So the far away, they since they are keep cut far away, and you are imagine yourself a traveler. You travel to Phuket, and then you stay at the Miners Hotel Group's hotel, and then they serve you with pure hospitality and the greatest they can. And after that, you went visiting again to another hotel in Bangkok of minor groups. And then when you get there, you see a room place, suggestions of menu already personalized for you, and the temperature of the room and the arrangement of the room. Everything is done by that time. So it is what we call unified guest profile. It's having a guest profile and use it all across the groups of hotels, and that is really efficient. And for the indicators, what we can expect more is that predictive personalizations. So it's a bit related to the and unifying guest profiles. What it is the perspective, the predictive personalizations from the previous records and history of what you order, what's your preference. Before you even came to a hotel, they could predict and what you will like is already served. That is India amazing skills and sustainable infrastructures for the hotels and the hyper contextual experience for the guests. And they are remarkable. And up next, we have goes on the topics of how should we handle the AI? Will it be taking over us? Well, if we see this in this perspective, there's no chance. Technology is bad when it brings people together. Picture this. If a technology, if you see a technology as a piece of tool where you use it for its help, not a revenue or not to fight over it. This is where it begins. Clarifying. So imagine yourself as a pilot captain, and AI could be your co-pilot. You guys, pilot and captain and co-pilot work together to deliver to their destination, to their designated place. So technology is the best when it brings people together. It is such an understandable and really catchy quote. So industry research indicates that approximately 70% of standard hospitality tasks, such as data entry at the receptions and reservation login and routines and Q&As, they are almost all of them are replaced by the artificial intelligence because they are repetitive, they're transactional, they don't have value in it, they just programmed to do that. So it is prime candidate for AI automation to take place in, and the reallocation benefits and the valuation based on the future potentials. So the human potentials, the valuation base, the role shift. So there is also shown the human capital reallocations. So what it is by offloading administrative work, staff reclaim 15 to 20 hour weekly to focus on high value interactions. So by using AI as a co-pilot to do tasks that they are lightweight and programmable, that they are repetitive and transactional. We have 15 to 20 hour of time. That's almost a day per week. It's like a day off for the hospitality workers. And the transform personal from reactive data processor into proactive guest experience curator. And then a large portions of solution have yet to research production skills. So we could focus on more important thing instead of the repetitive tasks. And humans, we get done by it. If we are doing it repetitively for a long time, we get bored, we get overdosed. But AI, they're programmed to do this. So there's no such a doubt. And up next, we have the human paradox. So after saying about AI using as a co-pilot, what are the value that you must have to be a captain? Well, basically being a human. But there are there are research facts. So people will forget what you said and people will forget what you did. but people will never forget how you make them feel. So they quote speaks all by comparing the AI capability and the soul of service, which is human, the luxury connections. So AI capability, the AI can only have emotional deaccelerations. So they do not judge, they do not have considerable amount. So they use empathy to turn into a but humans, they have protocol executions. So we use hospitality, professionalism, and then we use empathy to turn a bad guest experience into a story of loyalty. While AI, they do pattern recognitions, so they're program protocols, problem solving with steps. If a customer is searching for emotional support and infrastructures, if it's met with a pattern recognition, which is step by step, they will be frustrated and it will be inefficient. Further get insight that in the data patterns and the reading of integrate and the data aggressions, spontaneous warmth given by AI, and the operational efficiency from the human being, the soul of service. So spontaneous warmth is deliver authentic in the moment connections where you feel unique and luxury, constant reliability, execute tasks with 100% accuracy, and the speed and 24/7 ability. So I purposely put it side by side in round order to see the real validations. Will AI have the spontaneous warmth? Absolutely not. And the operational efficiency is only can be done by human factor, but it's correct for us because we are human. We are capable of doing it. And the operational efficiency that can be done by AI can be also done by us, but the spontaneous warmth is given by the soul or service can be only by us, and that's what makes us unique and identified. After that, we have the hybrid professions. After talking and after comparing between two of the segment, I believe the future belongs to those who can connect the dots between high tech who can connect between the high-tech precisions and high-touch humanity. This is the quote or a saying that been holding in my head for a long time. Well, from the day that I started, I have spirit latent in the hospitality sector. High-tech precisions and high-touch humanity. We have to balance it out. We are humans. And as I showed in the last slide, where I purposely changed two of them, and then spontaneous warmth can be made by the AI capacity, but operational efficiency, it is ability of humans. And in here, we have to future belongs those who can connect the dots between high-tech precisions and high-touch humanity. So the indications are digital fluency. It's not about how to use a laptop or tablet. It's about understanding the algorithm, understanding how this work, and the various uh, intellectual properties can be expressed through a spreadsheet or a database or Excel. Who is the leader of this new environment? They are what I call the hybrid professionals. So think of them in three roles, three separate roles because one cannot be enough. Three professions roles, which are architect, strategist, and curator. A hospitality, a hybrid professions, they need to have the who designs the tech workflow and the beautiful structure of the baseline of the hospitality, which is an architect. and next strategist who makes business decisions based on data, and then the curator of a human moment who use radical empathy to ensure that guests never feel like they are just another number in system. It makes us feel they are a meaningful existence for them, and it is how I defined the hybrid profession in 3 words. So the indicator would love to dive to the explanation of it. Digital fluency at a highest total for, and then growth faster than real impact for data and late literacy. So that sound like what AI would do. Well, actually, data is only as valuable as the insight we derive from it. The hybrid professional translate abstract numbers like occupancy trends or guest statements, pattern into specific real world service. It's a transformation of a data to a real life service. A data, if it is kept like that, it will always be that. But by the hybrid professions, we have to change it to a real world service that ability to turn a spreadsheet into a strategy. That is the true value of hybrid professions and solution searching for problem with radical empathy. Radical empathy, it cannot be searched or done by the AI. In an age where digital instructions is the default, human connection became a independent act. So radical empathy is the skill of selecting the exact moment to step away from the dashboard and engage directly with the guest. It is the curating the guest feeling of being seen and valued, and they are the acts and the luxury of hybrid professions, which I believe could be the students of hospitality, and now my best and favorite, of course, obviously, AIHM, Asia Institute of Hospitality Management University. I believe the students and all of them have high potentials and they are trained. I have, after searching and inquiring for the course plan and every detail and the course board, there is a lit flames in my heart that I have to be in part of this legacy because I want to be the hybrid professional, a person who who have a touch of a tech and a profounding heart. We are not in a world where prices matter. I want to serve not through prices, but through professions and profounding hearts. And that's why I choose AIM. In in the end, no matter what kind of problem happens in the industry, if there are professionalism, if there are people by a valuable, who trained by a immersive data, the outcome will always be the greatest. And also for this confliction between the AI and the hospitality segment, I have trained and I have learned and I have to research on it. And this is the best way I can express in the meantime of a short. So I do not express the how AI is bad or how AI is good. I explain it by balancing out, and that's how we have to think in life, as I believe. So, and the ambitions and the motivations, hope is what's keeping us alive. And I hope for AIM scholarship. Thank you so much for listening to my presentations. After this, I hope you will get a meaningful, thoughtful amount of knowledge and may my works of research and my efforts goes into a really profounding results in the industry. Thank you so much. I am Naung, a candidate for the scholarship of 2026 BBA program from Myanmar. And I can wait for the AIM Renaissance. Thank you so much. Bye bye. ขอบคุณค่ะ